Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray Maor and I'm a Breatharian level 3 guide. Today I'd like to talk about the difficulties of beginning, you can say, your first fasts. Things that you must avoid because you don't really know what you're going into, and this is a video specifically for beginners. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that your mind is going to try to postpone as much as it can anything that is outside of its comfort zone. And that includes setting the date or saying, you know something, I should give this a try, or going to the gym or exercising or anything that discomforts you, even for a second. What you need to do is you need to say, tomorrow I'm going to fast for the first time, or Sunday or Monday, or anything that's really, really close, so you don't allow yourself to have the opportunity to postpone, especially for people who procrastinate as a way of living. So it is about setting that first intention. And when you have an intention and you have the date, which is preferably tomorrow, if not even today, then you can begin. Now, because you've never done this before, or you've only done it once or twice, then you should know a few big things. The first time that you fast, and I'm not talking about a 24-hour fast, I'm talking about like 2-3 days. We're talking about a water fast or a dry fast, not something that's so comfortable, not like a juice fast or a mono fruit fast or things like that people make up and they call it a fast. That's not a fast, okay? Now, the more we reduce caloric intake, the more it is a fast. The more we reduce water, the more it is a heavy fast, a dry fast, a hard fast. So one of the first things that you want to avoid is physical activity. And I'm talking about drastic, hard physical activity, like jogging, weightlifting, especially if you're not used to it. If you're used to it and it's a short fast and you're in good physical health, then you can do it. But if it's your first time fasting, then it's probably good to avoid anything that takes energy from the body. Your circadian rhythm is very used to waking up at a particular hour, eating at a particular hour. So when you take some of these things away and you're rebuilding the structure of your beliefs and your body and your hormonal body as well, what happens is that you might feel inconveniences. In other words, in the beginning, you might be a little bit hungry and then it will dissipate. And then in the afternoon, suddenly you might want to snooze because that's a part of the detox, especially in the beginning when your body is still full of toxins. Allow your body the rest that it needs. So that will be the first thing that you don't want to do. You don't want to go hard on yourself. By the way, taking a walk outside of nature, that's a great opportunity. You can take even up to 1 hour. If you're in good physical shape, even an hour and a half. But don't strain yourself and don't walk too far away from home. Second thing is stress levels. Now, if it's really the first time that you're fasting, I would recommend not going to work. I would recommend not being around people that you either dislike or drain your energy. And what do I mean? The type of people that you usually argue with, or the type of people that you judge, or you look from the side and don't really feel comfortable next to them. Now, I know some of you are young and you're living at home. I know some of you are in an unhappy relationship maybe. Just find the place to have an hour or two just for yourself. So you reserve your energetic levels and retain high energy when you're fasting. Because when the stomach is empty, the mind opens up to receive downloads, ideas, vibrations. You will feel more connected than you ever were in your entire life, especially if it's more than a 24-hour fast. The next thing you want to take under consideration is your emotional state for the entire plan of your fast. A day, 2 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is that you're planning. Your emotional state is very important. Why? Because it usually triggers emotional eating. Now, a lot of people don't like to call it emotional eating, but emotional eating can also be derived from boredom or from watching social media too much. And then you kind of like get jealous of other people, or you think too little of yourself. And then it triggers a sensation of wanting something sweet or wanting to snack. Actually, it's a sensation of wanting to hurt my body in some way. You want to try to avoid boredom. You want to try to avoid circumstances that trigger any emotional response. It's either that you plan your fast in a good way, that you know what you're going to be doing, or you surprise yourself, or you decide and set an intention that's saying, doesn't matter how I feel, I'm not going to eat. Especially when you're drawn into those habits that you have, like in the evening, that most people watch Netflix and snack something. Those are the hardest ones. But if you tell yourself that you're only doing it for a couple of days as an experiment for the first time, then it gets much easier, because it's even fun, because we like to be surprised and we like to do things that we've never done in our life. It's kind of a combination of fear of the unknown plus an excitement of trying something new. So it's somewhere between those two things. So these are the major things that you want to think about when you're going fasting in your first time. It's about setting the intention, clearing the date, finding the excuses, finding a place that is stress-free. Of course, if you're surrounded by difficult people, find another place for a couple of days. Or you tell them that you're going to be fasting, you're going to experimenting, you're going to try something new, and you make sure that everybody knows about it. So nobody offers any dinner, nobody tells you, let's go out. And you're going to find out that as soon as you start fasting, all the opportunities in the world are going to present themselves for you to eat. Oh, it's somebody's birthday, it's somebody's wedding, it's the weekend, your mother's coming to visit. Everything is going to happen around that to make it difficult for you to fast. But if your mind is set and your intention is good, I promise you that it's going to be easier than what you thought. A lot easier than what you thought. So think about your environment, think about your mental and emotional states, get prepared, and it will happen by itself. Namaste, my friends.